It started with her voice, soft, low, intimate, the kind of tone a woman uses when she believes she's whispering to someone who matters. I wasn't supposed to hear it, but she left her phone on the counter while taking a shower. The screen lit up, and curiosity, no, instinct, made me tap speaker. "Yeah," she said, laughing quietly, "he's weak. You and your boys come tonight. The storage unit. I'll bring the key. Beat him until he stops breathing, then I'll take care of the rest." Her voice didn't shake. Mine did. For years I'd hidden who I was, buried it beneath civilian life, routine, the illusion of peace. She thought I was just another aging husband with no fight left in him. She didn't know what Delta Force meant. She didn't know what it did to men like me. And she didn't know what that storage unit was really for. I remember staring at the knife block on the counter, my reflection blurred in the steel. I didn't feel rage, just a kind of stillness, deep, heavy, final. She was planning my death, and I was already planning hers. For a while I pretended nothing had changed. She cooked dinner, I poured the wine. We talked about meaningless things, the weather, her sister, the broken porch light. Her eyes never lingered long. Neither did mine. I caught her sending messages at night, face lit by the phone's glow. I didn't ask. I didn't need to. At dawn, while she slept beside me, I drove to the storage facility on the outskirts of town. Unit 47, the one she mentioned, the one I'd rented 2 years ago under her name to keep suspicion low. It wasn't for furniture. It wasn't for keepsakes. It was a training site. Reinforced walls, soundproofed, a shooting stall in the back disguised as a workbench. She'd never been there, but she knew of it. She must have heard me mention it once. She just didn't know what lived inside. I walked in, lights flickering on one by one. Metal racks gleamed in the cold fluorescence. Knives, training gear, a few illegal things that never found their way back to base. Her words kept looping in my head. He's weak. It wasn't anger I felt. It was disappointment, an emotion too quiet to be dramatic, too sharp to fade. She thought she was marrying a man. She never realized she'd been sleeping beside a weapon. That night I began preparing. I didn't clean guns or sharpen blades. I prepared the room, moved things, hid others, set the lighting low, removed all exits except one. Then I left the door slightly open, just enough to invite the curious. Over the next day, I watched her closer. Every look, every word, every false smile. She was rehearsing it in her head, the performance of a grieving widow. When she kissed me goodbye that evening, her lips lingered a little too long. Guilt has a scent. It tastes like hesitation. I waited until she drove off, then parked 2 blocks from the unit. Watched. Waited. At 8:32 p.m., 3 cars arrived. Her ex, 2 men with him. They laughed as they broke the lock, thought they were catching me off guard. They didn't realize I'd replaced the lock with a trap. When they stepped inside, the door sealed automatically. I didn't even need to be there. I listened from the car. Muffled shouts, panic, a short burst of chaos, then silence. By the time she arrived, headlights washing across the concrete, everything inside was still. She walked toward the unit like a thief entering a temple. Her heels clicked against the wet asphalt. I watched her hesitate at the door. Her hand shook as she turned the key. Then the smell hit her. She froze. I saw her silhouette go rigid in the half-open frame. I stepped out of the shadows. "You were late." Her breath hitched. What did you do?" I didn't answer. I didn't need to. She backed away slowly, eyes darting between me and the dark behind her. I didn't mean it," she whispered. "It was just talk." I was angry. "Anger doesn't hire men," I said quietly. "Plans do." Her knees buckled. Tears came, not for them, not for me, for herself. Always herself. I told her the truth then, that I'd known since morning, that I'd let it play out, that I'd given her every chance to stop, and that she didn't. She tried to run. I didn't stop her. I just stepped aside. When she reached her car, she realized the keys were missing. I held them up between two fingers. "I won't touch you," I said. "I don't need to." Her eyes searched mine, looking for humanity, for something familiar. There was nothing left for her to find. "Call the police if you want. Tell them everything." I tossed the keys to the ground. They landed near her feet, splashing in a small puddle of rainwater. "Just remember," I added, "you planned this." I walked past her, into the night. Behind me, I heard the unit door creak shut. Her scream followed, a short, broken sound, swallowed by distance. I never went back for the unit. Let the police find it. Let her explain. The house felt foreign when I returned. Her perfume still clung to the air like deceit refusing to fade. I opened every window, one by one, until the cold came in. In the mirror, I looked the same, maybe colder, maybe truer. I used to believe love was the only thing that could save a man. Now I understand. It's the thing that buries him if he isn't careful. I poured a glass of bourbon, sat in the dark, and waited for the sirens. When they finally came, I smiled. Not because I won, because she finally learned who she married.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.